In the heart of ancient Mesopotamia, nearly 4,000 years ago, a Babylonian king etched his vision of justice into stone. This created a legacy that transcends time and borders. The Code of Hammurabi stands as a monumental testament to the foresight of King Hammurabi. His laws continue to echo in our contemporary legal systems. Imagine a world where justice was dictated by the whims of the powerful, a landscape forever altered by Hammurabi's groundbreaking decree to prevent the strong from oppressing the weak. This radical idea set the stage for a legal revolution. It influenced societies far beyond Babylon's dusty boundaries. Unearthed in 1901 by a French archaeological team, the stele of Hammurabi was found in the ruins of Susa, Iran. Broken but not forgotten, it had been seized as a trophy by the Elamite king Shutruk-Nahunta in the 12th century BC, only to resurface centuries later, sparking a global academic frenzy. Standing over 7 feet tall, the black diorite monument weighs 4 tons. It bears an intricate relief of Hammurabi receiving divine authority from Shamash, the god of justice. Below this celestial endorsement are over 4,000 lines of cuneiform script. These detail 282 laws that would shape the future of legal thought. Hammurabi's code was more than just a collection of rules. It was a comprehensive framework for governance, addressing nearly every facet of Babylonian life. Contracts and commercial transactions dominated the text, reflecting the burgeoning complexity of trade and economy. The laws meticulously categorized society into 3 distinct classes: the Amelu, elite; the Mushkenu, free citizens; and the Ardu, slaves. This classification system wasn't superficial. It dictated legal rights and responsibilities with precision. For instance, a physician's fee was determined by the patient's social status, illustrating a calculated approach to equity and risk. The principle of an eye for an eye, or lex talionis, is perhaps the most famous tenet of Hammurabi's code. Contrary to its reputation as a brutal mandate, it introduced the concept of proportional justice, curbing the endless cycles of vengeance that plagued ancient societies. By mandating that punishment should fit the crime, no more, no less, Hammurabi's laws established a sense of balance and restraint previously unknown. This was a groundbreaking shift from arbitrary retribution to structured justice. Some of Hammurabi's laws might seem harsh or peculiar today. The punishment for diluting wine, for instance, was drowning, emphasizing the proportional nature of Hammurabi's justice. Similarly, medical malpractice had severe repercussions. If a surgeon's error led to a patient's death or blindness, the surgeon's hands were amputated. While there's scant evidence these extreme measures were frequently implemented, their existence served as a formidable deterrent. Remarkably, many legal concepts we consider modern can trace their origins to Hammurabi's code. It introduced some of the earliest wage regulations, stipulating specific payments for laborers. Hammurabi's code laid the groundwork for the legal principle, innocent until proven guilty. In Hammurabi's courts, evidence was paramount. Accusations required substantiation through testimony and proof. The code also ventured into the realm of family law, addressing issues of marriage, divorce, and inheritance. Women's rights, though limited, were notably progressive for the era. A wife could divorce her husband under justified circumstances, retaining her children and dowry. The laws also protected women abandoned by their husbands, allowing them to remarry without fear of reprisal. These provisions, while reflecting the gender biases of the time, were nonetheless forward-thinking. Yet, literacy was a privilege of the few, and most Babylonians could not read the stele's cuneiform script. The laws intended to protect the common people were inscribed in a language beyond their understanding. Despite this, the code's influence endured, its principles adopted and adapted across generations. The discovery of clay tablets inscribed with sections of Hammurabi's laws attests to its enduring legacy. The implications of the Code of Hammurabi reached far beyond the borders of ancient Babylon. It ignited debates among scholars about its influence on subsequent legal systems, including those in the Bible. When the stele was unveiled, it challenged assumptions about the origins of legal thought. It revealed a sophisticated legal tradition predating the well-documented Greek and Roman contributions. As the documentary unfolds, we delve deeper into these controversies. We explore how Hammurabi's vision carved the path for justice as we know it. As we continue our journey through the ancient landscape of Hammurabi's Babylon, it's crucial to understand the cultural and political milieu. This milieu birthed this monumental legal code. At the time of Hammurabi's reign, Babylon was a burgeoning city-state at the heart of Mesopotamia. This region was a fertile crescent that cradled early civilization. Hammurabi, the sixth king of Babylon, ascended to the throne in 1792 BC, inheriting a modest kingdom. Through strategic alliances and military conquests, he expanded its reach. He transformed Babylon into an empire that unified much of Mesopotamia. Hammurabi's empire was a melting pot of cultures, languages, and traditions. This diversity necessitated a unified legal framework to govern disparate peoples and customs effectively. The code served this purpose, providing a consistent legal structure across his expansive territory. It wasn't merely a tool of governance. It was a symbol of the king's divine mandate to bring order and justice, a message reinforced by the imagery of the stele itself, where Hammurabi is depicted receiving authority from Shamash. The laws of the Code of Hammurabi are organized into sections, each addressing specific social issues. Property rights, for instance, were a major concern in an agrarian society. Land was the primary source of wealth and sustenance. The code meticulously outlined the rights of landowners, tenants, and laborers. It detailed responsibilities and protections. If a tenant failed to cultivate a field, the laws stipulated compensation to the landowner. Similarly, if a flood destroyed a crop, the tenant was not held liable. This reflects an early understanding of force majeure or unforeseen circumstances in legal contracts. Another fascinating aspect of Hammurabi's code is its approach to trade and commerce. As Babylon was a hub of trade routes, commerce was vital to its economy. The code contained laws governing trade, including regulations on loans, interest rates, and collateral. It laid foundational principles for commercial law. Merchants were protected under these laws, but they were also held to strict standards. For instance, if a merchant entrusted goods to an agent for trade, the agent was required to provide a detailed account of the transaction. This accountability was crucial in maintaining trust and integrity within the marketplace. The code also delved into the realm of criminal law, with precise definitions of crimes and corresponding punishments. Theft, assault, and murder were all addressed with specified penalties. Despite the severity of some punishments, the underlying principle was consistency and predictability in justice. By clearly defining crimes and their consequences, the code sought to deter wrongdoing and protect societal order. Hammurabi's legal framework extended to family law, reflecting the societal values and norms of ancient Babylon. Marriage was regarded as a contract, and the code specified the rights and duties of both spouses. The dowry system, a common practice, was enshrined in law, protecting a woman's financial interests in marriage. In cases of divorce, the code provided for the return of the dowry to the woman, ensuring her financial security. The laws also addressed inheritance, specifying how property should be divided among heirs. This reduced family disputes and ensured orderly succession. The code's influence is evident in its spread beyond Babylon. As Hammurabi's empire expanded, so did his laws, copied onto clay tablets and studied by scribes throughout Mesopotamia. These scribes played a crucial role in transmitting legal knowledge, preserving the code's principles for future generations. The legacy of these laws can be traced through ancient legal systems, influencing subsequent codes in the region. Centuries later, during the Neo-Babylonian and Persian periods, Hammurabi's laws continued to resonate. The Persian Empire, known for its sophisticated administrative system, absorbed many elements of Babylonian law. This cross-cultural exchange further disseminated Hammurabi's legal concepts. These concepts were embedded within the broader tapestry of ancient Near Eastern law. The debate over the code's influence on biblical law remains a contentious issue among scholars. The similarities between Hammurabi's code and the Covenant Code in the Hebrew Bible have fueled discussions. These discussions focus on potential borrowings or shared legal traditions. Some scholars argue that the Israelites, during their Babylonian exile, could have been exposed to Hammurabi's legal principles. Others contend that these similarities arise from common cultural and legal practices in the ancient Near East. As we unravel the layers of history, the enduring impact of Hammurabi's code becomes increasingly apparent. Its principles of justice, equity, and order laid the groundwork for legal systems that followed. These principles shaped the course of civilizations long after Babylon's fall. The Code of Hammurabi stands not only as a relic of a distant past, but as a living testament to the timeless quest for justice. This pursuit continues to define human societies. As we delve deeper into this ancient legal legacy, we discover how its echoes resonate in the courts and laws of our modern world. The enduring legacy of Hammurabi's Code is not solely rooted in its legal content, but also in its role as a precursor to the concept of law as a tool for governance and social order. As the world's first comprehensive written legal code, it stands as a testament to the power of law to transcend time and geography. This influence is evident in the way ancient societies after Babylon adopted and adapted its principles to their own contexts, ensuring their survival and relevance across millennia. In the centuries following Hammurabi's reign, the code's impact was felt in the legal traditions of the Assyrian and Neo-Babylonian empires, as well as in the Persian Empire. The Persians, in particular, were adept at integrating the best practices of the territories they conquered, including the legal frameworks of Babylon. The Achaemenid Empire, which spanned from Egypt to India, demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of governance that was undoubtedly informed by Babylonian precedents. This cultural and legal synthesis laid the groundwork for subsequent civilizations, including the Greeks and Romans, who would later dominate the Mediterranean world. The Romans, renowned for their legal innovation, likely encountered principles reminiscent of Hammurabi's Code as they absorbed the knowledge and customs of the Near East. The Roman legal tradition, particularly in the form of the 12 Tables and later the Justinian Code, echoes the Babylonian emphasis on written law and the idea that laws should be consistent and publicly accessible. Although the Romans developed their own complex legal systems, the foundational idea that law could be codified for clarity and permanence has its roots in Hammurabi's pioneering efforts. Across the Mediterranean, the Greeks also found themselves influenced by Near Eastern legal traditions. The Greeks, who admired the wisdom of the East, may have incorporated aspects of Babylonian law into their own legal systems, particularly in the realms of commerce and family law. As democracy flourished in Athens, the concept of law as a public and communal tool for justice echoed Hammurabi's vision of legal order. While the direct lineage from Hammurabi to modern legal systems is complex, the underlying principles of fairness, proportional justice, and the written codification of laws are threads that weave through history, connecting ancient Babylon to the modern world. This influence is visible in the legal codes that followed, from the Magna Carta in medieval England to the Napoleonic Code that shaped modern civil law. The rediscovery of Hammurabi's Code in the early 20th century also reignited discussions about its influence on religious laws, particularly those found in the Hebrew Bible. The similarities between certain statutes in Hammurabi's Code and the Mosaic laws in Exodus suggested a shared cultural and legal heritage. This sparked debates among scholars and theologians, with some proposing direct borrowing, while others argued for independent development influenced by similar cultural contexts. In modern times, the legacy of Hammurabi's Code is acknowledged in the very architecture of justice. Replicas of the stele stand proudly in the United Nations headquarters and the U.S. Supreme Court building, serving as reminders of the enduring power of law to shape human civilization. These monuments symbolize a continuous thread of legal thought that began in the ancient city-states of Mesopotamia and stretches into the present day. Moreover, Hammurabi's vision of justice continues to inspire legal reform and reflection on the principles that govern our societies. His emphasis on preventing the oppression of the weak by the strong resonates with contemporary efforts to ensure justice and equality for all. As legal systems around the world grapple with issues of fairness and human rights, the principles enshrined in Hammurabi's Code remain as relevant as ever. The Code's influence is also seen in the academic pursuit of justice and legal history. Legal scholars and historians continue to study Hammurabi's laws, seeking insights into the development of legal thought and the ways in which ancient wisdom can inform modern jurisprudence. The meticulous nature of Hammurabi's laws, with their detailed stipulations and clear consequences, serves as an invaluable resource for understanding the evolution of legal systems. As we conclude our exploration of Hammurabi's Code, we recognize its profound impact not just as a historical artifact, but as a living legacy that continues to inform and guide the pursuit of justice. The principles carved into stone nearly 4,000 years ago remain a beacon, illuminating the path towards a more just and equitable world. Hammurabi's vision of justice, carved in stone, endures as a timeless testament to the human quest for fairness and order.